Okay, so once you're inside of your AR Provider app, we're going to walk through a really quick example of patient enrollment. And so I have a patient here who is not currently enrolled in Cherry. They are, trying to get ColdSculpting or get injections, whatever it is they're going to get, and they want to sign up. So if I'm in their account right now, for those of you who navigate the iPad pretty easily, this will be a cinch. If not, again, you have a user guide to show you how to do it. So if you look at their account right now, the three little dots at the top, and go into their wallet, you're going to see a new benefit or a new feature with this little enroll button here. So all of your Cherry directions or directives are going to be in this little box at the top right-hand corner. And in our case for the patient, we're going to click the enroll button. So to Andy's point before with the link, once I click enroll, if the patient's phone number is not on file, put it on file. So I'm going to go ahead and just put in a random phone number and click create Cherry account. And at that point, the patient gets the link to go ahead and get enrolled. And so you get a little note here that says the patient has a link, they're going to get enrolled. So patient gets the link on their phone, right in the treatment chair, if that's where you're at, the waiting room, wherever it's at. They go in, do all their different screens, click confirm, sign up, they get approved, let's say for $5,000. The minute the approval is done, this little sync button at the top right-hand corner turns into nothing, and the Cherry balance shows up. So you'll see here the Cherry balance right now says no balance. Once it's all done and approved, that turns into actual funds. And so the good news for you, to an upsell perspective, is that at any point in time, patient comes into the clinic, if they have a Cherry account with a balance in it for your clinic, you can always see that. So prior to going into the treatment room, you can be well aware of, at least in the consultation, hey, by the way, they've got money on their account, so they really want to do something today that's going to be a bit of a stretch for them financially. They have funds inside of Cherry that they can apply to your balance. And so the good news for you is that that's always going to be visible for you at the AR level to see the available balance. And if they're not currently a Cherry patient, again, enroll them. And you might see some things from time to time like this little sync button. If the balance is expired, the patient has expired, it's all a click of a button. So if you hit those little sync buttons or the little refresh buttons, patient gets the same kind of text with a little link on it to go back in and reactivate their account. And so the same idea for enrollment, for transacting, for refreshing balances, it's all as simple as click the button, patient gets the text, they click the link, and they go do all their things on their end. And as soon as they're finished, no matter what it is, it's immediately fixed inside of our system to show you the current balance for the patient. So we want to make it a couple clicks and all done. We're going to go through and actually transact with one of our patients who has bought some ColdSculpting today. So we're going to go back up here and look at our friend Sonia. So Sonia came in today, and I've currently charted her procedure. She's received Jeuveau and she's received ColdSculpting. So she has a pretty hefty balance that she's got to pay for today. So we're going to look at, for her, she is a Cherry patient. So actually, I'll give you an example of how it's going to look for her in her wallet, because I know she's a Cherry patient. If I look at her wallet, because she's already been joined and enrolled, we see for her no little icon, right? Icon's gone. But we do see that her balance is pretty hefty, $5,000-ish plus here. So she has plenty of money today to cover what she's had done. What will happen for her is once I transact in the real system right now, transact her actual transaction, not just a charting, it will deduct the money from her Cherry balance and show within the next few seconds the actual leftover funds. And so again, it's all in real time. It's all happening nearly instantaneously so that it's up to date for you. But knowing that she has money in her account, I could actually upsell another ColdSculpting, another device, another Genius, or some Quo, whatever it may be for her, because she has plenty of money here to spend. If she should so choose to spend it, it's the right, the appropriate product for her. So we're going to go ahead and take her payment. And you guys, this part is so simple. So I'm going to go through and hit take payment. And we're treating Cherry just like a tender type. So just like you would hit credit card or cash, you're going to hit Cherry and work your magic. So once we're in here and hit checkout, you see your typical payment screen. And you see here now an icon that says Cherry. Once I choose that, I can see here again, had I not looked at her wallet, didn't know anything about her wallet, I'm coming in stone cold, I can still see here in her balance that she has plenty of money on her account. So we always show you as a practice both the amount that's due and the balance. So the good news is if the patient doesn't have enough to cover the full treatment, you could do a split payment like you would do now. You could take a credit card and Cherry, cash and Cherry. So if for some reason it exceeds the balance, you can still do both. I would just ask that you do the second payment type first and then do Cherry second so that it only takes out what's left. So we're going to go through and actually use her money today and transact. So I'm going to click use. And at this point, as a practice, you get this little note that the checkout link has been sent. So you'll see it refreshing nonstop. It's trying to call to Cherry to say, hey, did she click on her button yet? Did she get all of her financing information put in? And so we're going to keep syncing that until we actually hear from Sonia that she's done. So I have the link on my end. I'm going to pretend to be the patient here and go through and actually fill that out. So the patient gets what we just saw from Andy, the little screens that say, you know, choose your plan, your months, choose the amount, choose how you want to do the whole thing, which again takes literally, I don't know, less than a minute. I'm going to go ahead and do a 3-month financing option here. On my computer right now, I'm actually doing this as a patient, so you'll see how fast it is. Confirm my payment per month. I'm going to put it on my little MasterCard. It's just a few quick clicks. I think it's like, I don't know, 85 or 6 screens is all they have to do. Hit confirm. And now you just saw immediately, I just click confirm and it's done. It's that fast. And so instantly, in most cases instantly, it might take up a second or 2 seconds depending on where you are geographically, but as soon as a patient clicked confirm, the transaction was done, all set and finished. So it really is that simple. There's no need to go into Cherry, get the confirmation, come back into AR, put things in his notes. It's done instantaneously. And you'll notice that there's no signature, right? Because the patient's gone into their account that they've had to get a link for, they filled it all out, so it's all secure on their end. So there's no need to like do a signature pad, a card reader. It just makes checkout really, really simple. And again, your payment, what you're getting charged as a practice, is quite low in processing fees. Patient has a very easy processing fee amount as well. So there's a huge benefit here. It's, again, easy, fast, a really nice upsell choice, and it's all done inside of your single system. So that's a benefit. But I'm going to go now back into AR and show you from a reporting perspective how to look at this as you think about your Cherry portal versus your AR portal. So Business Insights being a huge part of our business here. You guys all love your reports. You love to see them. So I'm going to go through and look inside of my AR system into Business Insights. So let me get pulled over here. All right, hopefully you can see this. It might be a little bit small, but you'll get the idea. So under your Business Insights report, as you guys can logically assume, under your sales summary, you're going to see every single day now Cherry as a payment type. So under your payment method report, you'll now see Cherry as an option. So I think if you can't see it here, I've got $2,700 give or take in my Cherry transactions for today on the payment type report. So that's one piece of it, is looking now in your daily sales summaries, you'll see Cherry as a payment type. You'll also have your payment method report. And I think this, for you guys who are using our POS for credit cards and for Cherry, will be extremely helpful for you to see your processing fees and your payout fees. So obviously here I just get raw numbers about sales. If I go into my report for payments, I'm going to click right here and go into payment reports. If I look at this now, we have taken this report and changed it up for you so it's very simple to read. You're going to have the patients, obviously, you'll have how many invoices that you have and transactions that you have. You're going to have the payment amount collected, so your net or your gross collected amount. So in our case, let's see, we have for Cherry, the $2,790 is collected today. Then we're going to have our processing fees. So you're going to see in the processing fees an $80.91 processing fee. And then I have my net that I actually took home. So this matches the Cherry portal exactly. So I'm going to know at the end of the day today that from a Cherry perspective, I brought in nearly $2,800. I've got my processing fees and my net take home pay.